Here's an example of how I use bass runs and hammer-ons in a faster tune. When I play backup with the Frank Wakefield band, it's important to play backup that will fit with each instrument. So when Frank takes a break, I may play one kind of rhythm, but when Jim takes a fiddle break, I might play a completely different rhythm. And it's important to make your lead player sound good, as well as provide them a rhythmic framework that they're comfortable with, something they feel like they can jam over. When you play with the fiddle, it's important to do lots of hammer-ons, so they really know exactly where the downbeat is. When I play backup with Frank's mandolin, it's important not to get in the way of the pretty notes and to let him have flexibility with the rhythm. So with Frank's mandolin, I don't do as many hammer-ons and I don't do as many bass runs so that I don't compete with what he's trying to play on the mandolin. As always, it's important to not let the band slow down or speed up. Yeah, well that's what I mean with that, where you hold that one. All the different hammer-ons and bass runs exist for a reason. You want to play something that matches what your lead player is playing, because you're playing the song together. It's not like they're playing a song and you're just there to back them up. You're actually playing at the same time, and you have to interact with each other to make it sound right. Sometimes you'll use one kind of run to match with a certain timing in the lead instrument, and then later you might use a different run in the same place that better matches how they deliver their note. I always use a shub capo, and when I put it on, I like to give a tug to a couple of the strings to help get it in tune, especially the B string and the low E string. You just give them a little tug, and that lowers the pitch and keeps them in tune. This way you don't have to retune when you put the capo on or when you take it off. When I learn one of Frank's tunes, I like to create a bass melody line that helps me remember the song and helps everybody else keep their place. So here's an example of that in the tune Darlin, Cindy. tune, there are a lot of fast chord changes, and the best way to remember them is to have a bass melody line. I'm talking about bass runs that lead from one chord to the other. This way you can keep your place in the song, and so can everybody else. Once you've learned that bass melody line, you don't have to remember which chord is coming next. You just hear it. Now I'll play just the bass melody so you can hear it. Here's Darlin again one more time, real slow. Now here it is again, up to speed. When you play this tune, make sure you really let the bass notes come out and strum really lightly on the chords up high. That's what'll cut through the band. Playing a bass melody line helps you transition smoothly from chord to chord. That way there's no sudden jerks or shifts when you go from G to C or back again.